Hey guys, Big Daddy here. That's right, Iceman here. How are things? And this is Daddy's little fox, Ice Fox, who is now a lightning sorceress. You see, yes, I just attained an infinity a few days ago. For those of you who haven't seen my epic video, check it out if you haven't yet, and like it. And Daddy made it in a great poleaxe, okay? I get style points for that. If you want to talk shit, then talk shit in the comment section. And like the video. But nonetheless, I made it in a freaking great poleaxe, man. The damage is like pretty tight. You know what I mean? Like literally tight. Because it has a high minimum damage. And the attack speed is faster than, I believe, a Colossal Vulge as well as a Cryptic Axe. So your Merc's going to be swinging this damn thing more. Which of course equates to more crushing blows and more life leech, if he has it, which he better have it. Vamp Gaze, Treachery, but let me show you guys what I decided to make this video for. For one, the gear real quick. Just Mage Fist, the most piece of shit Heart of the Oak on the US East Ladder Realms, right here, 30 Rezol. Non-socketed Chaco, Talrash's Amulet, and that's the only thing of Talrash's that I have on this character. Still wearing my old Blizzard belt. I was a Cold Sork, right? But I decided to throw this Infinity on the Light Sork just to try it out. It's been a really long time since I've had an Infinity. Back in the day, I had a Light Sork. But yeah, man, it's it's very effective. Ooh. Shit. Kind of want to make another Heart of the Oak. My lightning damage isn't very high at all, as you can see. And I just put 1 point into warmth, 1 point into the frozen armor, and the rest into lightning skills. Just trying to synergize lightning, basically. Stone of Jordan really helps. Check it out. I have 752 mana. When I take it off, I have 623. So, you know, it adds over 100 mana. And the more plus skill you have, the less your teleport costs in terms of mana. Now, I've been having a great time with my Assassin, man. And I'm not gonna lie. After testing this some with the Light Sork, I'm gonna go back to the Assassin. I'm gonna give the Infinity back to her. It's more chillax playing. But strangely enough, at the same time, with the Assassin, it's more complex. You see, they're generally more durable, I think. And you have an extra minion. You know, your freaking Shadow Master rocks, dude. This Light Sork just isn't as optimal in that way, in defensive purposes. And of course, the Light Immunes, when you do attack them, the Infinity, of course, in most cases, it does break the immunity. But you guys need to remember this. When Conviction Aura breaks an immunity, it's only then 20% effective. So Infinity level 12, I think, is around negative 60 enemy light res and stuff like that. So it's only going to be 20% of that. So, like, it's only going to take them down to negative 20 after, you know, it breaks the immunity. And that's where negative percentage light gear takes its place, like Facets and Griffins, for example. Because right now I'm not doing much damage to the light immunes. See? It's taken a while to kick their ass. So it's a real pain in the ass. And you can, of course, let your Merc try to kill them, but it's not always as efficient. But the thing is, as I was saying, when you do have Griffins on, for example, and an immunity is broken from Conviction, your gear and slot then that has negative percentage enemy light res is 100% effective. So say you have Griffins with negative 20% enemy light res, and your Infinity breaks it, man, and it takes them down to, say, 80% light res, because it's only 20% effective. Your frickin' Griffins will take them an additional full 20%. Bring them down to 60 light res. And then if you have Facets, it's going to take it down even more, man. That's why you need that shit. But it's hard to go with, you know, Griffins on a light Sorc especially. Because lightning skills are pretty costly in terms of mana. So having that huge mana bonus from Shaco is quite helpful. But Daddy might attain one soon in this ladder, I'm not sure. But, you know, and another thing with the light Sorc is this. You have to click on, like, every freaking enemy. You see how I'm doing this? The Trap Assassin, man, that was tight. Like I said, it's chillax in this way. You can set your traps, and they'll automatically attack, obviously. You know? Look at this. Conviction doesn't break that aura. Or that res. It doesn't break every light immune. Because some monsters are like 170% light immune. And like I said, this Conviction only takes them negative 60% in general anyway. So bringing them down to only maybe one, what is it, whatever that is, like 110 or something. So it's not, so still immune nonetheless though, 110%. Because some monsters have a higher light res than others, see. And the light immunes, for example, are like, they're not just 100, they're generally like 130, 140, sometimes 170. Sometimes more, as far as I know. Or maybe that's the highest, I don't know. But nonetheless, Conviction isn't going to break it. A level 12 Conviction isn't going to anyway. That's what Infinity has, obviously. It can be very fast. But you're clicking like a freaking madman, is the thing. But see, and I don't have a torch on this character, so she's far from being optimized. But, with the Assassin, it's chill Iceman. You can just set the traps and chill. And you can be active if you want. Hey, this is pretty interesting. Yeah, that'll trade. People make oath out of these. I've traded several of these, this ladder. Yeah, for like the value of an Ist rune at least. And then I got the value of a freaking Vex rune, dude, for a Ethereal Colossal Blade. Yeah. Most of my trading this ladder, as well as last ladder, was from items like this, man. From ethereal items, ethereal armors, and non-eth, you know, plain superior. Ones that are partly in demand. Ones that people want to make those GG rune words in. Or unusual rune words. Those are valuable as well. More niche market. But less people are saving them because they know that they're not hot sellers necessarily, but if certain items you can get a lot of money for, obviously. Like those druid pelts and assassin claws and other things. But yeah, I wasn't going very fast in this one, as you can see. But, you know, it's just, you gotta click on every frickin' monster, man. And it is kind of annoying dealing with your mana. Holy shit, he almost beat my ass. This is not good. Yeah, my res sucks right now. And I'll show you why. I don't have much res on my amulet. I could have a Maros. With this build, a Maros would be optimal. And I could have an Umrune here. And I could have an Umrune here. And I could have a higher Viper Magi. In which case, I'd have all these res maxed. You know what I mean? If I were to add all those together. But I just haven't been playing the Sorceress much lately. So, that's all. But I'm trying to decide who am I going to go forward with more. And it's basically between the Sorceress at this point, my Javazan, who frickin' destroys things. Yeah, the Javazan is a frickin' blast. Or the Trapsin. Now I might try and attain an Enigma, and if I do, I'm going to have to test even more so. When I get the Enigma, I'm going to have to decide between the Trap Assassin and my Javazan. Javazan teleport is freaking slow. It's painfully slow. It really is. Even when you try to bump up her cast rate some. So that's a freaking huge problem, I think. Whereas the Assassin has a fast cast rate. You know, especially if you bump it up some. Shit, I really need to get better res on this character. But yeah, that's the thing, is this character is pretty squishy. And I think in general, light Sorcs are squishy. compared to trap assassins, and Javazans especially. This Javazan you can have on your storm shield and other nice defensive stuff at not much of a cost. Because freaking Light Fury is just so godly. You can avoid some plus skill stuff to get defensive stuff without much of a sacrifice, because freaking Light Fury is so GG. Especially if you have Infinity on your Merc. But yeah, you can just fly around. I mean, sometimes I'm in the mood for this, man. See if we're just flying around like a frickin' wizard. But it's a very common way to go, obviously. Most people play Sorceress, as it seems, and Paladins. And Daddy doesn't usually go the common route. Not necessarily because I'm against it, but it's partly common, I think, because it's so simplistic, you know? So it's not just that it's trendy as to why I don't like it. It's also other things. Yeah, the Assassin, man, is freaking... It's more intuitive, or not intuitive, it's more... Well, it's more complex, like I said. And it's more involved. Because you have so many options, you know. And it's more strategic. You have to be more strategic in order to be optimal. So it keeps you busy, man. It keeps you busy. Especially, well, I'm really new to it, so once, you know, it probably doesn't take long for it to become more of a second nature. But nonetheless, it's nice having those activities go on, because I notice when I'm playing as the Assassin, I'm more mentally involved in it. And it's stimulating, I think. You know what I mean? And that's why we play these games, right? It's part of the reason as to why. As well as the hunt for GG. Ooh, a Grand Charm. Let's see what that thing is. But yeah, these light immunes, see, it takes quite a few shots to kill them sometimes. Even when they're convicted by the aura. And of course you can boss kill with this. What I think I'm going to do though, is I'm going to respec this Orc and go Frozen Orb. And then run Ancient Tunnels, and I'm going to put on Nightwing. I found a 15% one in the pits, man. A perfect one in terms of cold damage. Because, in general, on ladder and stuff, I know this isn't the case for Pluggy and single player, where you can just put it on players 8 all the time, then you have to make a character that's optimal for player 8. In general, on the ladder realms and stuff, you know, people basically magic find on players 1 to 2 games. So I think it's something to consider, and it's something that I do. To build your character around that, your MF character anyway. Be like, well, most of the time I'm going to be in 1 or 2 player games. So I don't have to strive for a build that does max damage. I could strive for something that's more balanced with speed and damage. So I think the Frozen Orb, Sorceress, and Ancient Tunnels is going to freaking obliterate. It's because it's not like Blizzard where it misses. You know, you cast that damn Blizzard and shit still just runs around it. And then you got to individually hit them with your little Ice Blast or Glacial Spike, whichever one you choose. But it's more of a process. And it's less optimal for clearing when you're fighting against generally enemies with lower HP. You know what I mean? Because that's going to be the case. Comparatively anyway. Because Ancient Tunnels, my Frozen Orbs are going to like obliterate entire packs just with 1 orb. So I'm going to be able to teleport around, blast an orb, teleport more blast an orb. It's going to be freaking epic, man. And I kind of want to make some use out of that Nightwing. And if I get the breakpoints right, I could even wear Scalder's Ire and have that 105 cast rate breakpoint. With not much of a problem at all. Yeah, that's another thing, is when you're lightning, you want to hit 117 cast rate or more. So you got to start adding up your cast rates. You know, the 40 plus the 30 plus the 35 here plus the 20. This character is like 125. It exceeds it. Easily. Easily. Not even wearing ARAC. Not even wearing a faster cast ring. See? So no problem there. So it depends on your build, but with lightning, because your actual lightning skill breakpoint, I believe, is 117. So it's good to hit that. Otherwise, if you're a Cold Sorc, I believe 105 is pretty well. Where you have a pretty damn fast teleport. But let me know your thoughts on here, man. Which one do you want to see Iceman progress more in? The Light Sorc? Or the Cold Orb Sorc, perhaps, even? Because I am kind of interested in trying that out, and I want to try that out soon. Frozen Orber's fun, man. You just blast that thing, and it just kills everything. It's a blast. And I'll have insight on the Merc, so it can teleport like a freaking madman. Basically, my plan was to use her on the side, you know, as MF, and still go with, like, the Javazan or Trap Assassin. So do you want to see me progress more with the Trap Assassin, with the Javazan, or with the Light Sorc? And I do, of course, have my Barbarian, and I'll give him more time in not too long from now, I think. But I've just been too into this, man. Into playing the Trap Assassin and messing with this Infinity, especially. Even though Infinity is great for physical build. It really is. It's probably still the more optimal item for the Barbarian, a Frenzy Barb. Even over rune words like Pride. Because it just crushes their physical resistances. Instead of just adds to your damage like Pride does. Yeah, Infinity just siphons it away from them, man. So it rocks. And their defense to where you can hit them more. But that's not always needed, but nonetheless, it screws with their physical resistances, man. Which is really important. So does Reaper's Toll, of course, but Infinity, they just gotta walk in the damn vicinity and everyone gets it. And my Barb cast Decrepify anyway. Right? So, yeah. Let me know which one you want to see me play as more of, okay? Because I'm trying to decide this. I'm kind of leaning toward the Trap Sim. She's level 88 now, I think, so I want to get her up there, man. And one of these days, I want to get an Enigma, so she can teleport. And then, like, a better amulet. She uses a freaking +2 to magic skills amulet. Or 2 to traps amulet, that's it. A magic one. And I'd like to thank my patrons. I noticed I just got a new patron, man. By the name of Spawn. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it, and I will add you to the banner at the end of my channel. And thank you to my other patrons as well. Shooter, Capone, etc. I really appreciate you guys. And if you want to become a patron, click that damn link in the description below and become one. Yeah. Mies really enjoys the fact that Mies can play Diablo 2, as I've been doing for a long time, man, since it came out. And I did stray to Diablo 3 some. But I'm back to here for now. Mies can play Diablo. Mies can, you know, be on camera, which Mies likes as well. Ever since I was a little platypus, I always kind of liked that idea. But also, that Mies can make monies in the same thing. So it's all really good, you know? And it's, so I appreciate the patrons. So become a patron if you will, and like the damn video. And spread the videos on Reddit. I'm the Iceman. Peace be with you.